What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing this fine evening? Travis, what's going on, my brother? Eldor, my partner in crime, is running late like usual. Damn kids these days. Just can't, just can't get them to come up when they're supposed to. So, anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. I spent a week at a cabin. Very little technology. Checked Instagram once in a while, but no YouTube, no TV. I think we watched Elf on Friday night or Saturday night. One of those two nights we watched Elf, but that was about it. Cabin was gorgeous. We had a huge 8-bedroom cabin. It had 2 kitchens, 8 bedrooms, and then 2 actual kids' rooms that just had like bunk beds in them, which also slept another 6 people. So crazy stuff, man. It was awesome. Had a pond, went fishing, went hiking on this place called Bald Eagle State Park or something like that. Can't remember the exact name of that, but that was cool. Spent from last Tuesday, got there at noon in Beavertown, Pennsylvania. Was there last Tuesday at noon and was there. Got home last night around dinner time, 5, 6. I don't even know what time I got home last night. It was a long drive. That's all I know. Lots of winding roads, and it was a little bit snowy, but nothing major. But just a long drive after spending the week out there. But it was me and my 3 really good friends, and then 2 of our other friends that are also guys were able to come down Friday and stay till Monday, hanging out with us. So it was a good time. We had a lot of fun. Just did things guys do. Cooked lots of food. We barbecued, grilled steaks, and pork chops and chicken wings and all sorts of just stuff that you shouldn't. Stuff that you should be putting into your body, But we didn't do a lot of drinking, so that was a good thing. Drank a lot of coffee like usual, but that's a given when it comes to me. So got a couple of cool things from my friends I'll show off while we're waiting for Junior to pop on here. Give me a second. Let me get it out of this baggie so you can actually see it on screen. But so 2 of my friends are very Christian, I guess would be the correct way to put that. But my one friend is very active in his church, let's put it that way. And he got a couple of challenge coins for that. This one, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's focusing or not. It says, put on the whole armor of God. Ephesians 6, 13, 17. And on the back, it just says the breastplate, the helmet, the shield, the sword, the sandals, and the belt. And that's what the backside looks like. If I can get it without the glare. That was one. And then we have this one here, which is same kind of thing, but this one is actually a shield. And on the back, it's got like a crest look to it. This one says, put on the whole armor of God as well. And then it has just the shield, the breastplate, the sandals, and all that on the backside. And then one of the other guys that was over in London recently on a little vacation picked up this as well as a Tolkien magnet. This is a challenge coin from Oxford University, where, of course, everybody knows Tolkien was a professor and started writing the book. Lucas, what's happening, my man? If you're talking, no one can hear you. And then the other thing that I got is this bad boy here. It is, Let me back the camera up so you can get the whole thing. This is the G.I. Joe Adventure Team headquarters from the 70s. It's not complete, needs a little rest of work, but that's something I enjoy doing. So once I go through it, I'll figure out what parts are missing and all that stuff. I'll start cataloging it, clean it all up, stuff like that. I got a Adventure Team helicopter I got to rebuild as well. So let's see. Hi, Carol. Thanks for stopping by. So, Luke, are you with us? He shows that he's there, but it doesn't look like he's there. Maybe he's not there yet. So that's some of the stuff we did this week. It was pretty fun. I said, ate a lot of really horrible food and good tasting food, but stuff that was definitely not good for you. Went to a pretty cool military surplus store that was down there. Checked that place out. Of course, most of my friends are big hunters and into guns and stuff. So, Pennsylvania is a lot different than New York, and most of us are. A couple of us live in New York. So, and then there was a big Steel City Con was this weekend, also this past weekend down at the in Pittsburgh. Howdy, Ted. What's happening? So other than that, that was about the week. I did all right. Didn't get any injuries. Slept okay. It was pretty nice weather for the most part. And I guess I can't complain about much other than I left Luke here responsible for my house, and I came home and it was just absolutely destroyed. That's not true. He took care of it really well. He's a good kid. I was a little sad that I missed some of the YouTube shows over the weekend that I got to still catch up on, like the Hella Dope stream from Sunday night. But the internet and even the cell service was not exactly stellar where I was. So if I sent pictures home through the text to me and my kids have a group chat and messages, and even just sending a picture home to them, it was like took 2-3 minutes to get it go through. Travis, I was in Beavertown, Pennsylvania, so like almost central Pennsylvania, pretty close. Lots of Amish country, lots of really old towns and buildings and stuff in there. So really cool scenery. Actually, I'm going to see if some of my pictures will come up, and I will share them with you guys. Give me a second. All right, 1 second, and I will have pictures for you guys.
Hello?
Hey, what's happening, dude?
Hi, what's happening, dude?
Where you
How's it
been?
going? Trying to get my microphone to work.
Trying to get your microphone to work.
Yes, sir.
I was having trouble with mine as well.
Yeah, I had to reconnect my whole thing because I brought it over to your house.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to show my pictures.
I have to leave again.
Real What's quick. That?
I have to leave again real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm going to show some pictures, so it's okay. All right, now I just got to share my screen. All right. So, can you guys see that all right? So this is, hey Briscoe, what's happening? So this is the cabin thing that we stayed in the middle of nowhere. Looks like a small hotel. And this is the view of it looking up from behind the pond that was down on the down below it. Some blurry pics of the actual main room with the fireplace, big ceiling. This is looking off of the loft down into the kitchen. This is the dining area with another fireplace on this end. This is looking off the other side of the loft down into the living room, which I was just showing with the Christmas tree. And the ceiling in this room had to be at least like, I don't know, 20 feet high. It's a beautiful place. Here's the front where you actually go in, where you park. Oh, it's not the right pictures anymore. Hang
Hello?
on a second. Hey, what's happening, dude?
What's happening, dude? How's it going?
All right, hold on a second. I just got to get back to the. Nothing. I was just showing some pictures, but I think I went through them all. Did I? No. Oh, I started in the wrong spot. That's probably why. All right. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Everything working all right, dude?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. You sound fine now.
Okay.
All right. So here's some more pictures. So this is looking over, zoomed way in on my phone, but this is actually yesterday morning. So we woke up, everything was green where we were, but over on the mountaintops on the across the valley was they were all just covered in snow. It was gorgeous with the sun shining down on them. This is actually from where we were hiking. This ridge is one of the ridges we were hiking on. That's in the Bald Eagle State Park that we were at. This is overlooking the pond from the actual porch off the kitchen in the cabin. Another zoomed in look at all the snow on top of the trees over on the mountainside. This is sitting down in the living room looking up at the one loft that looks over the living room. As you can see, it's beautiful. This was probably like Wednesday or Thursday. It was like 55 or 60 degrees down there, so it's really nice. It was pretty much overcast most of the time, very little sun, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the temps were pretty decent. So. And some more snow pics. We got snow, I think, Wednesday morning. That's my buddy playing pool. This is the fog. So behind the one ridge is actually a huge lake. So the fog would just rise up out of the valley behind the valley we were in. It was incredible. Luke, can you see the comments there? Is anybody asking any questions? Because I can't see the comments. I'm on the other screen.
Is that a 1/6 dragon figure?
That picture was, yes.
There's a Bigfoot poking out.
Yeah. So this is a sign that was in the room I actually stayed in. I thought it was pretty cool. Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire, and in a world where you could be anything, be kind. That's me and my buddy Lee. This is a huge conglomerate rock that was on top of the mountain. I thought it was awesome. All these rocks are just fused together into one big, gigantic rock. This is the actual rock. It looks like when you mix concrete, but it's not concrete. It's all actual sandstone mixed in there with all that quartz and stuff mixed in.
Allison says hi.
Hi, Al.
Usually you don't start seeing growth like
Up
this
on top of the
until
mountain,
you're
look for
really high.
Sasquatch. There he is. This was, I think, 4,800 feet above sea level, so it was a pretty good height. And again, just back to some pictures from the cabin's back porch. This is a tree I found with all sorts of fungi on there. You know, everybody knows how much I love fungi.
You're quite a fun guy yourself.
And here's my buddy's 1966 GI Joe Green Berets. These are actually vintage, 100% complete vintage figures. These two. And there's the morning that it snowed. Just beautiful. Isn't that pretty, Luke?
Beautiful. More gorgeous than a night sky with a shooting star falling across the horizon as a fire rages in the distance upon a forest.
Yeah, Briscoe, that was a dragon figure. I have a couple dragon figures mixed in with my Joes. So who came when I was gone? So I see Allison came. I see Black Knight's here, and somebody's texting me.
It's me. I'm texting you. Was it me? Was I texting you?
No, it's your mother.
Oh. That can't be good.
She's saying that it's I'll tell you about it later, but it's about your sister.
Oh.
I'm showing this off for Briscoe. My buddy gave me this, Briscoe. This is the 1970s G.I. Joe Adventure Team headquarters.
That's
needs
awesome.
to be restored, but it's not in bad shape. Just needs a little bit of cleaning, and then need to find some parts, of course. But yeah. Hey, Fat Red Foo, what's happening? So, Luke.
So, Ed,
tell us the story why I reply to this text really quick.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a man named Lokier, and he was a lumberman for a kingdom in a place called Macedonia. And Lokier really, really didn't like chopping wood because it was a lot of work and his back got all tired, and he just kind of wanted to become a cheese man. So what he did was take out a loan from the bank, and he had a good credit score, so he was able to take out a pretty large loan. And he started a cheese company and became the largest cheese factory in the world. And that's how he got Baby Bell. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting. Keep going. I'm almost done.
So Lokier, instead of starting Baby Bell after he did start Baby Bell, he started another cheese company that kind of failed, but he didn't want to make cheese with that company anymore. So what he decided to do was switch the company and go bankrupt, and then start a new company and call it Raby Bell, and they sell rabies. You can get the rabies virus there if you want it. It's actually pretty bad, but it's interesting. Are you done?
1 second.
God, this man doesn't understand stream etiquette, guys. He's out here texting and driving.
I never text and drive.
You can't drive as is.
So I can't drive anyway, so yeah. That's why I don't text while I'm doing it. So, is that your challenge coins that I hear tinking?
Oh, is that you guys can hear that?
Yeah,
that's my bad. Yeah, that's.
I'm going to show mine off again since everybody wasn't here, but
alrighty.
So, over the weekend, my one friend who was with me over the last week is very active in his church. So he got all of us some challenge coins. Anybody knows what challenge coins are? They're mostly from the military and stuff, but these ones are challenge coins, and it's got a knight on the front of it, and on the back of it, it has a shield, and it says, "To put on the whole armor of God." Ephesians 6:13-17. And then this one's the same thing, except it's shaped like a shield, and it's got some paint work on there. But that one is also a knight with put on the whole armor of God. And then this one is really cool because this one my buddy got in England. And this one is from Oxford University. And he gave that to me with a magnet of one of the original covers of one of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings books. So very cool stuff. Really good weekend. That's it.
I pretty much didn't do anything this weekend. And it was a whole week. You were gone for a whole week, man. It's not just the weekend.
Yes, I was gone for actually 1 week exactly.
Yeah.
So it was good. I ate enough to last me probably till March, but let's see. Yeah, the old vintage Joe stuff is amazing. Speaking of that, tomorrow night on Largo's Lair, I believe at 7, Jim and Wilhelm and Jeff from Skunkworks Studios and myself and Adam from the TLC, the G.I. Joe The Lost Chronicles, will be on Largo's Lair tomorrow night. So if you guys are looking for some vintage G.I. Joe talk, and I think it's going to be talk of making a modern day Super Joe, which of course we talked about Super Joe several months ago, but they're doing like a vintage Joe size take with new style bodies with new Super Joe shirts. They did their if anybody hasn't seen it, Jeff from Skunkworks Studios and Adam from the Lost Chronicles, they both did like this G.I. Joe movie. One, they both, they did 2 parts. One did one and one did the other. But it had Super Joe. It had G.I. Joe Adventure Team. It had Orbitron from that old sci-fi movie. I can't think of what it's called now. And then the Mego Kiss Dolls. So they were really well done. So if you haven't checked those out, head on over to Skunkworks Studios and check out part 1. And I believe part 2 is on Adams or vice versa. I can't remember which one's on which. But G.I. Joe The Lost Chronicles is the one channel, and Skunkworks Studios is the other one. I think maybe we can link them in there. I'll put the links in. Hold on. But those, the first one came out last Friday or a week ago Friday, and then the second one came out just this past Friday. So, all right. This is. Keep singing. You're doing good.
Nope.
Keep going. You're doing good.
I can't. We're going to get copywritten.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn. Don't do that. It was pretty awesome, dude. We were like down there. Me and Lee were jamming out to some Frank Sinatra and all sorts of cool stuff. It was so incredible.
Awesome. Sounds very fun.
Yeah.
I got left out of all this fun, guys. I was stuck in his house, making sure that his house didn't burn down.
Or attempting to burn it down. All right. That's the link
might have
for
a few
one
times.
of them. And let me see if the link to the other one is in the thing. I don't see the link. All right, let me go to Skunkworks Studios. Hold on a second.
This is such a riveting stream.
Isn't it?
You just looking for links to places?
Well, that's what I have you here for. You're supposed to be entertaining the guest.
Okay, guys, here's an entertainment, right? Now the gods were sitting with Zeus in council upon the golden floor, while Hebe went round pouring out nectar for them to drink. And as they pledged one another in their cups of gold, they looked down upon the town of Troy, the son of Cronus, then began to tease Hera, talking at her so as to provoke her. Menelaus, said he, has 2 good friends among the goddesses, Hera and of Argos and the Athene of Alcamani. But they only sit still and look on, while Aphrodite keeps her ever by Paris' side to defend him in an anger. Indeed, she has just rescued him when he made sure that it was all over with him. For the victory really did lie in Menelaus. We must consider what we shall do about this. Shall we set them fighting anew or make peace between them? If you will agree to last, Menelaus can take back Helen and the city of Priam may remain still inhabited. That's all you get.
That was
all you get.
incredible.
Yeah,
That was absolutely incredible.
That is the Iliad. It's an ancient Greek text about the Trojan War. I don't know if you ever heard of it. You ever read it?
I've never read it.
You can't read. What am I thinking? This
guy
can't read, guys. He doesn't know how to read. He's never read before. Do you even know what a book is?
No.
Doesn't seem like it.
So I'm going to show like 10 seconds of this movie from Jeff, all right?
Okay.
What's this? What is this? I sense a touch of sarcasm in your voice that you couldn't be there to enjoy Frank Sinatra. Just a little bit, Briscoe. Just a little bit. We are singing Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin while we were preparing fresh garlic cloves for roasting in olive oil over an open fire. Can you get any more Italian than that? All right, so this is part of that video I was just telling you guys about, the Jeff and Adam.
Keep living the adventure. Axis of
Can you see it, Luke?
I can see it. Can you see it? You should put it full screen, though, because we can see all your conspiracy theory YouTube on the side.
Well, that's not a surprise. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
In a groundbreaking leap forward for aviation.
That's all.
Pretty awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I believe the one called, this one I'm showing is the second one, the one I just showed. So watch the other one first. That's the first part. And then that one's the second part. Yeah, pretty cool. They put a lot of time into them.
You're pretty cool.
Anyway.
Have you ever read any of the Iliad at all?
The Iliad, only a little bit. The Odyssey I have.
You've read the entire Odyssey?
Yes.
Why not the Iliad then? That doesn't make sense.
I read the Odyssey because there was like an old made-for-TV special that was like 2 or 3 parts.
Jason and the Argonauts?
No, it was actually called the Odyssey.
Yeah, because Jason and the Argonauts doesn't have anything to do with the Odyssey.
So I watched that on TV, and then I had to read the book to see if it was cool, because I thought the movie was cool, but the book was much, much better and more detailed than the actual movie. But the movie wasn't bad, but I mean, it was it was a made-for-TV movie in like the
And it
late
wasn't
80s.
written by a Greek tragedy author. And
So,
it'd be
but
kind
it
of
had
funny
all
if
the
the
stuff
movie
in
was
there. You
better.
know, it had him, you know, with his shooting the arrow through the.
Well, don't spoil it. I don't know yet. I haven't read it.
You know what happens in the story.
I
He's
do know
such
what
a
happened in
smart
the
ass.
story.
Are you reading the Iliad right now?
Yeah.
Or- yeah. Good for you.
60, 70, 60 pages in. 62 pages in. Just started yesterday.
Nice.
Nice.
Briscoe says to spoil it. So
I'll
what
beat him
happens
up if he
is
spoils
they
it.
get on a boat
I will beat him up.
and they get out these really big oars, and then
I'm
they
gonna have to
paddle,
beat him up, guys. You did
and they
this to him.
paddle some more.
You should
and
all
then
feel
they go to
guilty.
an island
He's gonna be destroyed.
filled with female prostitutes,
He's going to die.
and they can't escape the island, so they have to sell their souls to the devil, and then they sell their soul to the devil, and he tries to back out of the contract, and the devil takes his soul anyway.
This sounds like a real life situation that he's been in before.
I just took the Iliad and intermixed it with Faust.
The Iliad has nothing to do with being on a boat.
I
You're
know.
talking about the Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I took the Odyssey and mixed it with Faust, so I didn't
Rest in
spoil it for
peace to Action Fakes, because I'm gonna kill him now.
you.
He's gonna die.
You're gonna kill me?
I'm gonna kill you. Get ready. Next
you don't
time you
wanna-
see me.
You don't want to kill me yet.
Okay.
I haven't built up my life insurance enough yet, so
True.
give it another year. You'll be all set.
I'll go take the life insurance money and buy that house.
There you go, dude. So Luke wants to buy a house in Japan. Anybody ever
'Cause
look
they're
up
like-
housing in
They're
Japan?
like 80 grand for like a mansion. It's crazy over
Yeah.
there.
For a mansion
real
with
estate.
like 50 acres of land.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was land that big in Japan that wasn't cordoned off into like a park or something.
I didn't either. I don't know anything about Japan. Just that they have cheap houses there.
It's pretty cool because it's got all those little sliding doors and stuff like that. Like the
I found one in the Mojave Desert, like a property for like $4 grand. It's pretty big, but who wants to live in the Mojave, you know?
oh yeah, that's all being sold for like mining and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
what that gets sold for. I remember when I was first in getting out of the service in the late 90s, they were selling chunks of land, huge chunks of land in the deserts in Nevada and Arizona and California for like next to nothing. It was like, oh.
Crazy. You should have bought some.
No, I did not see a Sasquatch, Fat Red Foo. I did look. The only thing I saw a couple of deer and
A moose? Eddie Meese?
didn't see any. I saw a little mouse, a couple of moles, some fish. I did see some bear scat. That was like right down by the pond behind our cabin. There was some bear.
What kind of bear? Was it big? Was it big bear? Big bear
It was
poop?
probably a big bear because it was a big pile of scat.
bear
but
poop.
I didn't see the bear. So I
You didn't
didn't
see any
get to
bear?
I didn't get to do the big bear chase. Big bear chase.
Yeah, no fun. You have no
Nope.
fun in this. You didn't get to see a meese. You didn't get to see a bear.
No, but I did see some when we were up in the state park. I did see some elk track.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep, because they have the elk are being like repopulated down there,
Oh,
and I didn't see any like the actual elk, but we came across their tracks in the one spot on the trail. I knew it was an elk because it was gigantic compared to the white-tailed deer hoofs that we see roaming around up here where we live.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you. Black Knight wants to go to Japan too.
I feel like Japan's just basically America with like a lot of.
That's a valid
robots.
point, Eldor. That's a valid point. They could have been skinwalkers.
Don't bring it up. Don't say it. You said the word. Oh God, you said the word.
I
They're
live
coming
on
for
the
you.
edge. I have.
They're
nothing-
coming for you.
I know. I hope they give me my 3 wishes. before
I
they
saw
go.
this. I saw this this post by someone, and they were actually being like serious by saying that you shouldn't say Skinwalker, and they like censored out the word, and all you could see was the S, the W, and like the ER.
Like a post on Instagram, or was it?
It was a Twitter post.
Oh, Twitter post. It was
And-
a tweet.
Yes, it was a tweet. But it's not Twitter anymore. So
What is it called? X or something? Now?
an X post. But anyway, they were saying they actually censored it out, and they were like, "It's in Native American spirituality. You got to be more careful." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then
You can say Skinwalker. It's not the Skinwalker you got to worry about. It's the other one.
Skinwalkers you also have to worry about. I have a sword. I'll just kill one. I dare a Skinwalker to try to get me. I'll just cut its head off. Wear it as a mask.
That's right. I'm not worried about it. As many times as I said that word, and as many times as I said all the cryptid words, nothing's happened yet. So
It's because you're not afraid.
here's a funny story though about Sasquatch. So
We aren't even talking about Sasquatch.
I'm telling this story for Fat Red Foo.
Oh, okay.
So we were down in Pennsylvania, and we were driving the. Bless you.
I told you I was going to sneeze.
Yeah. The military surplus store was like half an hour away from the cabin, right? So we all piled into the Jeep and we're driving up there. And my friend Matt, the one that I said was Sasquatch in the picture there, he was wearing one of those T-shirts with the Sasquatch giving the peace sign, like walking, and it's like just the silhouette. And we walked into this gas station to get some drinks and stuff. And the dude behind the counter goes, "Oh, you guys down here Sasquatching?" I go out every weekend looking for Sasquatch. I know he's out there in these woods around here. The dude was like totally serious. We stood in the gas station at like 7:00 at night and carried on like a 30-minute conversation with this gas station dude about Sasquatch and where they're
That's
at,
awesome.
and what to look for and what to do. It was awesome.
That guy's cool.
I love my fellow enthusiast.
You love crazy people.
Yep.
Because you're a crazy person yourself.
That's
not true. That's not true. I've scared this man plenty of times.
You've scared me by startling me.
I can knock on your door at like 3 a.m. and you're going to get scared.
I don't get scared.
I've
get
seen
prepared.
you. Okay. Yeah, sure. He's just a baby, guys. He's actually a baby.
Yeah.
He's a little baby.
Yeah, that's right.
You should have seen him when we were filming that video and we found that guy with the deer skull on. He was freaking out. I think he peed his pants.
I did pee my pants. Just a little bit. Just a couple drops. I'm not afraid of anything in the woods at all.
You must
Just
replace fear with faith, guys. There you go.
That's right.
Faith that nothing bad will happen to you.
That's right.
Because it probably never will. In reality.
Faith in nothing will happen, and don't get scared, get prepared. That's my motto.
Fear is the enemy of success.
That's right. Fear is the enemy of success. That is a good saying.
Thank you. I made that up myself.
That's good.
Briscoe, I'm peeing my pants right now as we speak. All right. I'm the coolest guy on the planet.
I was laughing so hard sometimes during this past week at this trip that from Adam being such an idiot that I
might have peed your pants a little bit.
I might have peed my pants a little bit. Yeah.
Did you know the Valkyries in Norse mythology have a connection to swans? Isn't that interesting?
To swans?
Yeah, like the bird thing.
Yeah, but why is it swans? How is that connection?
Well, swans and okay, so like swan maidens is a recurring theme in various mythologies, right?
Right.
But the swan maidens are associated with like magical transformations, and the Valkyries are also related to swans because they can transform into swans.
So is that where the wings come in?
Yes, the flying Valkyries. Well, no, actually, it's probably because they descend from the heavens, because they're just like
angel types.
They're the modern version. They're what we believe angels are nowadays.
Right. Archangels.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Cool dudes with like wings, except
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. But I did not know they were attached to swans, though.
Neither did I. I thought that was cool.
What the hell else happened? Anything else happen when I was gone?
I blew up a car.
Did you?
Yep.
Whose car?
Mine.
Awesome.
It's pretty
Why'd
cool.
you do that?
I don't know. I was bored.
Bored? That's cool. So when I was down in Pennsylvania, I actually
Turned into a werewolf.
No.
Oh.
No. We were all talking, and it was me and Adam and Lee and Jason, of course, and then Scott and Matt came down there. And Scott's actually watched our show once. I did not know this. But
Scott who?
You remember that really tall guy that was at Comic-Con with us that one
Yes,
year?
I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, him. That's Scott.
Oh, okay.
It's Jason's friend.
Cool.
But he's watched our show one time. And it was the show.
Did you like show him the show?
No.
So he just found it?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
He was watching the show about the cryptids, the main one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. His son, who's like 20, I think he's just turned 22 or something, is really into cryptids. And I guess it's probably because he watches the same stuff Jason does, and like it follows the same people that Jason does. So, and then Jason subscribed to our channel. So I'm sure that's probably how it got to his channel, or into his feed. But yeah, he's like, man, that was a good show. I was like, thanks. He's like, then I checked out some other stuff. You guys do everything.
We do. Yeah. We're a bit of a variety channel.
Yeah. We cover a little bit of everything. Matt's come in and watched our show a couple of times. So Matt piped in. He's like, yeah, I love watching your guys' show.
We're pretty great.
Yeah.
Not to toot our own horn.
Not to be, conceited or egotistical or anything, but we're pretty fucking awesome.
I'd just like to say, I'm 4 minutes late to this stream. All right. Trying to get my microphone to work. And I get 2 text messages on 2 different places saying, you're on your way? You're gonna come in?
No. We got one on Instagram and one on regular message.
Okay, 2 text messages in 2 different places is what I said.
Okay. I thought you meant like 2 and 2.
No.
Okay. I would just check, and sometimes you fall asleep. Sometimes you forget. You get busy. You get wrapped up in your little world. The next thing you know, it's 12 o'clock at night, and you're like, oh, shit. I was supposed to stream with Dad tonight.
I did forget earlier that it was Tuesday, so thank you for telling me earlier that we had a stream today, because I would have missed it.
That's why I have to remind you. So I was not being crazy. I was just finding out if you forgot. So, and had you? Or were you?
I did not forget. I was trying to fix my microphone.
Oh, okay. It's all good. I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide this time.
You want to go to China?
China?
Yeah, let's go to China.
Okay.
We're gonna go to China.
Eat the Chinese chicken. You eat a drum
and start
chicken,
a rice farm, and we're just gonna become rice farmers.
Well, I told you the story last night. I was in the middle of Beavertown, Pennsylvania, which you don't get much more redneck than Beavertown, Pennsylvania. And I went to
I'm not sure you're allowed to tell this story on YouTube.
A Chinese buffet. And the waitress was actually from China, and she's only been living in the States for about 6 months. It was just very peculiar to meet someone from China in Beavertown, Pennsylvania.
Are you going to tell the rest of the story?
That's all I will tell.
Okay.
Pennsylvania, yes, that's the Beavers. No, the pencils. That's why it's called that. The Beavertown, Pennsylvania. Can't go wrong with the old rice. So, did anything exciting happen around here when I was gone?
No,
Noteworthy?
nothing exciting at all. It snowed. That was cool.
Yeah. Did you
But
guys
then
get
all
a
the
lot?
snow melted. Yeah, we got a lot of snow. Like a lot.
Did you?
But then
Did
it
you
all
guys
melted.
Did you guys get the warm temperatures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Have you gotten the warm temperatures? $945,756,555.
Well, down by the pond, there's like a
Down by the
stream that runs
bay.
back there where I was, and there was
Where the
actually a
watermelons
couple
grow.
of trees that were taken down by beavers. So
It
there
was
must
me,
be
actually.
quite a few beavers there.
There were no beavers. It was
If
me.
you're asking about some other type of beaver, there's a lot of those, but I wouldn't want to mess with them.
It was me. I cut down the trees.
Did you like a beaver with your teeth?
Yes, I ate them.
That is incredible, dude.
Thank you.
I was just going to tell you another story about coming home. So when I was coming home, I had to go through some like varying elevations, right? You're down in a valley, then you climb up these big mountains, then you go back down, right?
Mhm.
Remember when we drove to Myrtle Beach, how it was? We get up on top of those big mountains and then you drive back down, right?
Yeah.
So it was pretty cold when we left. It was, like 30 degrees in where we were at, right? And that was at normal elevation. And I went up top of this mountain as I was driving home, and I don't know how high it was, but I kept climbing up and up and up. And then I got to the top, and my windows were like instantly frosted over all the way around the car. All I had was like this little tiny like slot at the bottom of where my heat vent was going. It was such a quick temperature change. I don't know how much of a temperature change it was at the top of that mountain, but it was insane. Briscoe. If you don't know, you don't know. I can't say it on the show.
Have you ever jumped out of a plane?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah, I jumped out of a plane.
Have you ever parachuted out of a plane and then landed on your feet and then kicked someone in the head?
I did it. I landed. I did a barrel roll. I flipped over.
Were you wearing a jetpack doing this?
Gripped
Like,
out
did
my
you have a
M6,
jetpack
pulled out
on?
my M60 and just started mowing down the enemy.
That would have been awesome.
Hellfire, all
Yeah.
over.
Exactly.
Bullets were so close I could hear them whizzing by my head, and I was just taking motherfuckers down, man. It
Cool.
didn't matter. Just mowing them all down. I was outnumbered, 300 to 1. So
That's awesome.
yep.
But
And
you
at the
won.
end of it all, I stood strong. And
Yeah, they were outnumbered.
Yeah, I just stood on
Action
top of
figs to
I
300.
just stood on top of a pile of bloody corpses. They were
Yeah,
just
like in
mauled.
Lotus.
Yep, that was it. It's just, and then I built a wall with them, just like they did into the 300.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Built the wall around my landing pad, my landing site, and where the helicopter was coming to rendezvous, and worked out.
And that's how the Great Wall of China was built.
That's right.
Action Figs made the Great Wall of China out of the corpses of his enemies.
Cool bit of history about the Great Wall of China.
Did
Wanna
you know
tell
it's
you
actually
again?
made out of bricks and mud that's been hardened together and put on top of each other? It wasn't
Yes.
actually like made out of stone bricks.
Most people assume that the Great Wall of China was made out of stone, and it wasn't. It was made out of compressed sand, just like you would if you're making a sand mold. They took and put wood down, made a frame, and they would just keep pounding down the sand until it was packed hard, and then they'd wet it, and then they just let it sit and get hard, and then they would remove the frame. That's wild, isn't it?
Isn't that sick?
That is crazy. What's up, Frankie?
Chinese people. Very smart.
Yes. I did a cartwheel down the hill while dual wielding the enemy's AK-47s.
I'm pretty sure the Chinese created the printing press too.
Well, China has the biggest tomb ever known to man, right?
No. Not true. I think Genghis Khan's is larger.
Are you serious?
I think so. I'll Google it.
Larger than the
No, China didn't create the printing
Terracotta
press. Never mind.
Warriors?
But China did have earlier forms of printing,
Yeah.
but not the. They invented the wood block printing centuries before.
Yes, I'm alive, Payne. I made it out. You know,
China did invent fireworks, though,
yes, they did.
and gunpowder. Okay, what were we talking about?
The female Squatch only raped me once. And it was okay because it's been a while.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about the Great Wall of China,
Oh yeah, no. Okay, what is the largest
the largest tomb.
tomb
Terracotta Warriors or
on Earth?
Genghis Khan's?
It is often attributed to the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. The mausoleum was a monumental tomb built in Halicarnassus, modern-day Bodrum, Turkey, between 353 and 350 BCE, for Mausolus, the Persian satrap governor of Caria, and his sister wife, Artemisia II.
Cool. So we were both wrong.
It stood approximately 45 meters in height, which is 148 feet.
The tomb did?
The tomb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody was trying to overcompensate for something.
Well, he married his sister, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Valid point. Valid point. Sometimes you got no choice. You got to marry your sister, right? We were watching a podcast on, or listening to, Adam was listening to a podcast, I think, or something. The hell was he listening to? Maybe something he had downloaded, but it was a podcast anyway. And they were doing like strange facts, right? Or strange laws that are still on the books, right? And one of the laws they were talking about is the states that have laws against marrying your first cousin, right?
Uh-huh.
Now there's 50 states in the United States, right? And you would not believe the amount of states that do not have laws that prohibit you from marrying your first cousin.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. And most
Maybe
of the
they're
states,
just like, maybe they just think that it's like common sense.
yeah. And if you thought about the states that would make it so you have laws on the books so you can't marry your first cousin, where do you think they'd reside in? The states that
Ohio,
have
New York and Ohio. How many states don't have them?
there's only a handful of the states that don't have laws against them, like 30 or not 30, 20. Like it's like 2/3 do, 2/3 don't, and 1/3 does.
Okay, I'm thinking like the northeastern region has them, and then maybe like Florida.
So most of the states that actually have laws against marrying your first cousins are the states that we would think of most of people marrying their first cousins.
Like Alabama,
Mississippi, Louisiana.
That makes sense because people were probably doing it more down there, and they're like, "Wait, we got to stop this."
Yeah, I guess it depends on which frame you look at that.
Yeah.
That perspective. You look at that lawn, right? Up here, maybe they were like, well,
They
that's
don't
not
need
even
the law up
happening.
here because nobody's
Well, smart,
nobody's doing it.
not to do it. Down there, they're not. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty funny. Ted says, listen, here in Ohio, our cousins are extra hot. Yeah. I'm not sure Lawrence would agree with that, but you know, I'll date your cousin, Ted, if you ask me to. Kissing cousins.
This is a weird podcast.
We're going all over tonight, man. We're just rolling with it. Yeah, your state is one of the states that has laws against marrying your first cousin, Aaron. Wilhelm.
Maybe you shouldn't be
What's
listening
happening,
in.
my man?
We're talking about cousins.
Are you driving somewhere good, or you got to go to work? Well, Wilhelm's from Florida. He's okay. He's safe.
Your camera's all messed up.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of weird. I don't know what happened to it.
Well, no, I mean,
But
like your
I
audio's
put it
out of
back.
sync.
Is it?
Yeah.
Probably froze up again.
No, it's fine now.
I'm not delayed. It's just like I'm like the old kung fu movies.
You're like throwing your voice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You're a puppeteer.
Am I good now?
Can you say something?
Something.
I think so.
You're really good. You're just a black picture with on it.
Yeah.
Things that make you go
Darkness.
Yes.
It makes you wonder.
So Ted and Black Knight, how'd the show go last on Sunday night? Totally missed it. I haven't had time to catch up on all my week's worth of missed YouTube yet. So got to go
You've
through.
just been sleeping the whole time?
Since I got home,
Yeah.
other than the 2 hours I was talking to you, yeah, pretty much. Well, I worked today.
Sounds awesome.
But,
I wish I was sleeping.
did my stuff today.
But no, I got to do a stream.
Shit show as always. Good. I'm glad you kept up the level of shit while I wasn't there. So, Luke,
So, Father.
you're reading the Iliad.
Yes, sir.
How many books are you writing?
2
2 books
currently.
And you are running 3 YouTube channels?
Yep.
Doing
And writing a blog. Yeah.
Well, let me just publicly state how proud of you I am.
Thank you. None of
Never
it is
doubt.
successful.
Never doubt that I'm proud of you.
Never doubt me for being awesome.
I know you're awesome. You have my blood on you. And how's the books going?
Good.
Good?
They're both at like 5,000 words.
Good. And when do you think you're going to have one ready to go?
I don't know. Next month.
Next month? Is that the Elysium?
Elysium. No, I think I'm going to finish the fantasy one first.
Did you come up with a title for that yet?
The Unwaking Dream.
The Unwaking Dream. Ooh, I like it. All right. Get it done so we can get this published and get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get it
Yes,
done.
sir.
Get it done. Quit farting around and get it done. So, anybody in the chat have anything they want to talk about?
Have you ever eaten a Lego before?
It's like swallowed it? No.
Yeah.
Never swallowed a Lego. Chewed
I
on
chew
them.
on Legos. They're the best chewing toy ever.
Used to chew them a lot. I remember when I was young and they finally came out with rubber tires. Those were the best for chewing on.
Like large ones that you put on a car. You're just in your house chewing on a rubber tire.
Yeah, wheelbarrow size. Eldor says you sound like a busy lad.
I'm not. I have lots of free time. I just do a lot of stuff in that free time, I guess.
Yeah. No, the Legos have those tires, those
Yeah, I know about Lego tires.
But I'm saying like those tires are perfect for chewing on.
There's like a question. I don't know what it really is, but there's people ask like if there's more doors or tires in the world. But there's 100% more tires because Lego. Lego creates more tires than actual tire manufacturers on the planet.
Right. Yeah, I know that. But there's an awful lot of doors.
Yes, but there's a lot of Lego tires. 381 million Lego tires in 2010 alone.
2010? Wow.
Just 1 year.
I mean, but if you think about it, right, it depends on what you consider like a door. Like if you're talking house doors, all the bedroom doors, all the other room doors. The fridge has a door. The freezer has a door. The cars all have doors. That's a lot of doors in the world. Did you go
Okay.
somewhere?
No, I'm just doing math right now. If they produce 306 million Lego tires in one, there's a lot of doors though. There are a lot of doors because of like hotels and cars and houses.
Yeah, like Eldor says, even Lego makes doors too. So
True. Yeah. It's probably doors.
and then if you take in fact that like Lego is making tires, right? Plus car has tires. That's still a lot of tires. But
That is
then
a
if
lot
you
of
look
tires.
at like all
How
the
many cars
houses,
are in the
all
world?
the buildings, I mean, think of how many doors are in just like one
City?
skyrise
Yeah.
apartment building, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because each apartment has a door, then each apartment
It's definitely
has
doors.
3 or 4 rooms.
Well, there's 1.47 billion vehicles on the planet. So let's do that.
1.47 billion.
That's like 4 billion, 5 billion tires.
All right, so do that math.
What?
The 4.7 billion times 4.
Well, that's just like 4. It's like 5. Let's just say it's 5.
5 billion.
Yes.
5 billion cars in the world. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, 5.8 billion tires.
Okay, and that's just like vehicles, or does that include
That's just
transportation,
cars.
buses?
That is just cars.
All right, so take tractor trailers, airplanes, trains, all those, and add probably another 3 billion.
Yeah. So 8
Because
billion.
those all have multiple tires, so 8 to 10 billion. Let's say 10.
Okay.
And then you add in 10 billion Lego tires. So you're talking 20 billion tires a year.
Okay. But think about this. Every person that lives on the planet probably has a door on their house, right? Multiple doors.
Yeah.
So that's definitely doors. 100%.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Because if you take in if you're counting actual doors, you have to take all the doors, right?
Yeah.
The door to the microwave, the door to the fridge, the door to the freezer, the door to the car, the door to your house, door to your rooms. Then you got to take in all the doors that are in your, like if you have a toy or a collectible or all those doors. It's definitely doors. I'd say doors.
It's 100% doors.
I'm glad we solved that world conundrum. Don't forget about the doors. The time to hesitate is through. The time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose. And our love becomes a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. You're supposed to sing with me, dude. What happened?
I'm doing more.
Mathematics?
Yes. Okay. So there are apparently several billion buildings in the world. If we can say that there's one person per building, right? Like if one person has a building on the planet, each person on the planet could have one building to themselves, right? Then we could say that there are 8 billion buildings in the world. And if we assume that there are at least 2 doors per building, then we can definitely say that there are 16 billion, which is more than the 10 billion that we thought for the amount of tires already. And that's only 2 doors per building. Then we have to add in skyscrapers, apartment buildings.
And you got to figure that almost every
bedroom doors,
every domicile has at least 3 doors because you got an indoor, a front door, and a back door. Because like all apartments have to have their main entrance door, then a back door for the fire escape,
emergency exits,
and then every bathroom has a door.
Bathroom.
So there's at least 3 doors per house.
Fridges.
Yeah.
Ovens.
Yeah.
Microwaves.
Yeah.
It's 100% doors.
100% doors. The only thing is, here's the
Is a doorknob technically a tire?
No, but here's the real kicker to this conundrum.
Okay.
Okay. Most tires, unless they're burned, since they're made out of rubber, they either get remade into tires or else they're thrown into a dump, like a junkyard, right? But they never disintegrate. So every tire that's ever been made, unless it's been burned or recycled, is still in existence. Whereas doors are usually made out of wood, more often than not, and they will rot. Or they're made out of metal and they will rot.
But they're always replaced.
Technically, if you think about it, there's really more tires in the world today than there are doors.
No. Still no. I would say even
Ozzy,
the
what's up,
fact
my friend?
that there have been tires. How long have tires existed?
Yeah. Outdoor says there's a good million trapdoor spiders in the world. So cabinet doors. That's right. We got cabinet doors. I took
Okay.
Yeah.
So apparently the first like modern tire was created in 1890. So
Okay.
that would mean that since 1890 there have been tires that have existed. So that's still not gonna even come close to the amount of doors.
No, because doors have been on buildings for
Forever.
Yeah. All right. Still doors.
Still doors. Will always be doors.
It'll always be doors. Oz, thanks for showing up, brother. Glad you stopped by. Well, we solved that conundrum. Is there any other world conundrums we need to solve today?
What's the meaning of life?
What's the meaning of life? What do you think the meaning of life is?
I don't think life has a meaning. I think the meaning of life is to give life meaning itself. And
I
that
agree
through
with
your
that
own
statement.
actions.
I agree with that
the
100%.
meaning.
The meaning of life is to give purpose to your life.
The meaning of life is to give life meaning, as
Yep.
one of those philosophers say.
That's right. There it is. That's the right answer. 42.
Chocolate. The answer is chocolate.
42. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's a book series you should read.
I've watched the movie,
You'd enjoy the book. The books are better. The movie,
but it doesn't have Martin Freeman.
No. Did you see that they are making a animated Lord of the Rings movie called the Ride of the Rohirrim or War of the Rohirrim or something like that?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I'm Googling it. I don't see any trailers or anything for it.
No, it just got announced that it's being done. So it's
Cool.
going to be animated, and it's going to be all about the Rohirrim and the Riders of the Mark.
The Riders of Rohan.
The Riders of Rohan.
Well,
Pretty
the
cool, though.
thing's called Rohirrim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very neat. Very neat.
Yeah, I thought so. So next week we're going to do the history of Santa Claus,
Santa Claus.
or discuss Santa Claus anyway. Discuss his history and things like that. And that will be the last show before Christmas next week, right? Because next week is the 19th. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So that's
And
will be
then-
next week. We were going to do that this week, but I was not prepared because I was out of technology for a week, and then I've been out of brain power.
He
for the
became a
last-
chicken wing,
I did become a chicken wing.
and he doesn't understand
Ain't
the
no
meaning
thing
of
but a chicken
chicken.
wing. You have not experienced the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy until you have watched it in the original British. Okay. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Papa Noel. Papa Gigio.
Yule near.
Yeah. Chris Kringle.
Old St. Nicholas.
Oh, St. Nicholas.
Okay. Well,
Santa Claus.
I believe it's time that we leave.
It's time we leave?
I think it's
Why?
time we leave.
Why is it time we leave? Are you going to the gym?
Reasons. No, not right now.
No, I don't mean right now.
There's another gym that calls my name though, and it rhymes with boil it.
Ah,
I get a good exercise in there.
I don't know what that is. Can you spell it out for us?
BOILIT.
All right. Yeah, so next week, tune in. We will be discussing Santa Claus and Christmas stuff and all that fun stuff since it's the Tuesday before the day of the year. I appreciate all you. Love you guys. Love you, buddy. I missed
Merry
you
Christmas,
last week.
guys.
Missed you last week when I was gone, Luke. Missed
I
all
missed
you guys,
myself
all my
when I was
YouTube
gone,
fam. So I'm glad y'all tuned in tonight, and we will be back next week. Don't forget to check out Jeff and Adam's shows that I put the links in the thing for.
And don't forget Largos tomorrow.
Largo's Lair tomorrow night. So I believe it starts at 7 on Largo's Lair, but it could be 8. I'd have to check, but I didn't look at the time because I fly by the seat of my pants most days. So if I'm lucky. So anyway, thank you all. Love you all. Talk to you all soon. Play us out, Luke.
Peace.